Hey LS11 Universe, it's Xander, and welcome back to WWE 2K22 Universe Mode. We are here back on Monday Night Raw, on the road to Cyber Sunday just next weekend. And we are kicking off with a huge matchup here, as Naomi making her way to the ring. She has arguably the biggest challenge ahead of her out of anyone in the lineup for the upcoming Raw Women's title match at Cyber Sunday, because she has to take on arguably the most dangerous competitor out of the previous options for Rhea Ripley's challenger. Because if you remember, on the Raw after Survivor Series, we saw Liv Morgan knock off Kayden Carter. On last week's Raw, we saw Bianca Belair beat Bayley. But now tonight, Naomi has a much bigger challenge ahead of her, because she has to take on one of the most dominant competitors in LS11 history, the 5th most winning person on the channel. She has to take on the Queen of Spades, Shayna Baszler. Former Raw, SmackDown, and NXT Women's Champion Shayna Baszler making her way to the ring. The only woman to hold all 3 of those championships. Shayna Baszler very annoyed that her team lost at Survivor Series, meaning she was unable to be voted into the Cyber Sunday matchup. As the votes currently stand at time of recording this, Liv Morgan is in the lead, but that could change, because the final results for Cyber Sunday are still a few days away from being finalized. It will be about a week before I record the episode or it'll be about a day before I record the episode when this comes to an end. So Shayna Baszler and Naomi gonna go one-on-one. This is a big test for Naomi. Without any further ado, here we go. They lock up. Baszler grabs Naomi, gets her up, power bombs her, immediately dropping her with a power bomb, and now Baszler into ground and pound on Naomi. Punching her in the face, now throwing sharp elbows as well, taking her down. Naomi's down. Baszler with another kick. Baszler wiping her feet as if she's already done. Naomi rolls her through. Cover. O'Connor roll into a bridge. No. Baszler gets the shoulders up now, and Naomi. Enzakuri takes her down. Coming up the ropes now. Naomi with a drop kick takes Baszler off of her feet. And now Naomi with thrown kicks. Grabs onto Baszler. Naomi gets kicked in the ribs. Shayna Baszler dodges an Enzakuri again. Grabs Naomi. Double underhook. Pull! Big forearm strike. Takes her down. Back into ground and pound. Shayna Baszler firing away again. Punching her repeatedly in the face. And hammers away for good measure. And now Naomi getting back to her feet. Naomi with an elbow strike to Baszler. Naomi kicked her in the ribs by Baszler. Baszler grabs onto her, kicks Naomi in the ribs again. Naomi gets up. Shayna gets caught. Naomi with a clothesline to the back. Naomi did tap out Baszler at Survivor Series. That's part of why Raw GM Mick Foley made this matchup official. Tonight, there's a drop kick from Naomi. And now Naomi went for a running swanton. Baszler was just out of her reach. Throws another kick to take her down, though. Naomi getting Baszler back up to her feet. Naomi with a kick to the ribs. Shayna with a roundhouse kick, and again, Shayna Baszler knocking her back. There's an uppercut for good measure. And now Baszler gets down onto her and ground and pound again. Shayna Baszler staying on top. Knocking Naomi down. Baszler punching her down repeatedly now. Naomi goes down, and Baszler turning Naomi over into a cover. Rope break, though. There's a right hand from Shayna. Shayna Baszler grabs Naomi. Naomi flips out of it. Naomi with another drop kick floors the Queen of Spades. And now Naomi grabs onto the ropes. Springboard. Crossbody. Oh, went for the running swanton. Shayna out of the way. Now Shayna Baszler grabs Naomi again, and Shayna with a forearm, decking Naomi, taking her down. Shayna Baszler now grabs Naomi, dragging her away from the ropes, taking her towards the center. Turns her over with a kick, grabs her again. Now Shayna has her on a single leg crab into a crossface as well. Shayna Baszler. Oh, Naomi gets out of it. Naomi takes her down. There's a kick from Naomi. Naomi kicks her in the ribs again. Head scissor. DDT. Takes down Baszler. And now Naomi. Springboard. Moonsault. Cover. 1, 2. No. The Queen of Spades kicks out. And now Naomi with a leg drop takes her down. Naomi getting her back up to her feet now. Naomi. There's a kick to the ribs. Went for another one. Out of the way goes Basler. Shayna Baszler kicks her now. DDT connects. And now Naomi staggering. Shayna pulls her in. Shayna Baszler grabs the arm, taking down the arm of Naomi. Shayna, oh boy, steps on the arm. Stomping it, trying to take out the arm of Naomi. Possibly even trying to take her out of the potential Cyber Sunday runnings. Naomi fires back with a kick now. Naomi creating some separation here. And there's another kick. Drop kicks her. Naomi comes off the ropes now with a running no. Baszler out of the way. Now Baszler grabs onto Naomi and gets her up. Baszler kicks her in the ribs. Shayna Baszler gets her up. Karafuda clutches in. Karafuda clutches in. Naomi might be out of it. Shayna Baszler could tap out Naomi here. Naomi could be in some trouble. It could be all over for Naomi, but Naomi fighting. She's fighting free. Elbows are in the nose. And now Naomi with rear view. Cover. 1, 2. Baszler kicks out. Naomi finally hits that running swanton she was looking for most of the match. And now she's going to the top rope again. And Naomi, long way to go. Elbow drop to the Queen of Spades. Into a cover. 1, 2. Baszler again gets out of it. Naomi kicks her down. Naomi getting her back up to her feet. Naomi. There's another kick. Baszler counters. And Baszler gets her in the ribs now. And Shayna Baszler gets her up. Looks like she's going for Karafuda clutch. Naomi gets her with a kick to the head. Rear view connects again. Gets her back up to her feet now. And Naomi kicks her in the ribs. Head scissor. DDT. Naomi knows she's got to put Shayna through everything. If she wants to take her down, kicks her in the ribs. Flips over her into Feel the Glow. Locked in on Baszler. Naomi's got it in. Baszler's in trouble. Baszler's trying to fight. Naomi could have her right where she wants her. Naomi looking to do the unthinkable here. Repeat Survivor Series. Naomi looking to make Shayna Baszler tap out. Naomi forces the submission magician to tap out. Naomi gets the win over Shayna. A huge victory there for Naomi. A hell of a closing transition there. Rear view into the head scissor DDT into Feel the Glow. Naomi knew she needed to hit a hell of a sequence like that if she was going to keep down one of the most dominant competitors in LS11 Universe. That is a big win for Naomi. We got more coming up on Raw. This is a message from your Raw Tag Team Champions, the Megastars. Yeah! Last week was strictly business. When it came to the Hardcore Championship, we both wanted more gold around our waist, and we let that get between us. But as a tag team, together, we are a united force. Isn't that right? Yeah. And so I know many people think that when a tag team has some issues with one another, like all good friends do, they think that we're lying right now. They think, oh, the Megastars' egos are too big. They're going to turn on each other within hours. Well, guess what? We're not like other tag teams. We are a united front. We are your Raw Tag Team Champions, and we are going to go out there tonight, and we're going to prove how united we are when we take on the Street Profits. Yeah! And it will be absolutely glorious. Yeah! We're going to move into some more singles action up next before we get to that tag matchup that the Megastars were talking about a moment ago. As here comes The Miz to the ring. The Miz looking to get a little bit of redemption after what happened last week. When he, oh, would you look at this? It seems manager entrances are fixed. The new 40 gigabyte update came out today. I had to take my $1,000 setup to a different location to actually record. But Miz looking for some redemption after last week when he and his wife Maryse were defeated by Legado del Fantasma. Miz looking to get a singles win tonight as he takes on Riddle. Miz's bodyguard Omos in his corner tonight. It's been a busy month for Miz so far. He and Omos were taken out of the potential running for the upcoming Raw Tag Team title matchup at Cyber Sunday. But now Miz and Maryse making their way to the ring. The most must-see couple in WWE, as they call themselves, the It Couple. Miz, a former 3-time LS11 Hardcore Champion. Has yet to hold, and a former SmackDown Tag Team Champion as well. So Miz makes his way to the ring. Here comes the original bro. Here comes Matt Riddle to the ring. Matt Riddle is a man who's been in and amongst the WWE title picture for a couple of years now. He's also one of the 3 options for the United States Championship matchup at Cyber Sunday in just under 2 weeks' time. Riddle, as of the time of recording this episode of Raw, is a very close second place to Dominic Dijakovic, who we will be hearing from after this matchup, in fact. But yes, Dijakovic is currently leading the polls. Riddle is currently in second. The winner of that poll will join Cedric Alexander, Brian Cage, Dolph Ziggler, AJ Styles, and the United States Champion Big E in a 6-pack challenge at Cyber Sunday. But for now, Miz takes on Riddle. 1-on-1, Miz looking to potentially shoot himself up title contention if he were to knock off a man who could be just days away from challenging for that U.S. title. So here we go. Riddle immediately grabs onto Miz. Riddle with Miz. Oh, throws him into the referee. There's a right hook. Riddle coming off the ropes. Miz got out of the way. Miz with a basement drop kick. Takes out the knees. Miz kicks him in the back of the head. Miz going to the head. Riddle back to his feet. Now Riddle with a forearm to Miz. Now Riddle with another kick. Riddle. Miz getting back up to his feet. Miz punches him in the face. He grabs onto Riddle. And now Miz with Riddle out of the ring. Throws him out to Omos. Miz throwing Riddle right to the wolves there. Riddle getting back into the ring. Miz with a boot catches him. And now Miz getting Riddle back up to his feet. Miz punching Riddle now, repeatedly chopping at him. Miz with another boot sends Riddle to the ground. Miz got the early jump on Riddle here. He gets him back to his feet. There's a jab. Oh, but now Riddle grabs onto Miz and returns the favor, throwing the Miz out of the ring. Miz lands flat on his back on the outside. And now Riddle trying to go after him, but the referee stopping him, and Miz running around the ring, trying to get around from Riddle. And now Miz going out and hiding behind him, Omos and Maryse for a moment. Trying to goad Riddle on. Miz hiding between his bodyguard and his wife. Now Riddle back into the ring, and Miz grabs onto him, rolls him through, cover, but a rope break for Riddle. That's going to make the big save there. And now Miz throws a jab. Riddle staggers. Riddle grabs onto Miz. And now Matt Riddle with Miz. Back out of the ring again he goes. And now Riddle getting fired up here as Miz staggering back to his feet. Miz back into the ring. Riddle grabs onto him, turns him around, pulls him in. Riddle gets him up on his shoulders. Matt Riddle with Miz up on his shoulders. Stun gun takes him down. The A-lister drops. Miz goes down now as Riddle grabs onto him. Miz rolls out of the way. Riddle gets caught with a jab. Miz gets jabbed again. Riddle grabs onto him now, and Riddle with a gut wrench takes him down. Riddle coming off the ropes, and Matt Riddle senton takes him down. Matt Riddle now taking him down. Riddle now looking for floating bro. Cover. 1. Roundhouse kick there from Riddle. And now Riddle. Oh, and a bro mission. Bro mission is in on Miz. Riddle trying to make Miz tap out here. Looking for a quick victory is Riddle. Miz trying to pry himself free, punching him in the face. Punches Riddle repeatedly in the face. Miz back to his feet now, and Miz kick to the ribs. There's a chop from Riddle. Riddle fires away. Miz with a hip toss. And now the Miz stalking Riddle. There's a jab. Miz kicks him in the ribs. And Miz with a DDT to Riddle. Miz grabs onto the legs of Riddle, turns him over, and Miz, see if they can hear, Miz grabs onto Riddle, and Miz, surfboard stretch. You know who this is a message to. You know exactly where he got this one for his arsenal. Looking to try and make Riddle tap out here is Miz. Riddle rolls through now, and Miz getting him back to his feet now is Riddle. Riddle gets him up for Bro Derek. Cover. 1, 2, 3. Riddle gets the win. Just like that. Just like that, Riddle gets the win over the Miz. Puts the A-lister down in fairly dominant fashion, if you ask me. That's a big win from Riddle, though, heading into a potential matchup at Cyber Sunday. The original Bro still in good winning form at the moment. Riddle gets the win. We got plenty more coming up. Ladies and gentlemen, up next, we catch up with Dominic Dijakovic as we have a moment backstage with him. We're going to talk to him about the fact he might be the one heading to Cyber Sunday. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome my guest at this time, Dominik Dijakovic. Now, Dominic, you are currently leading the polls for Cyber Sunday to be the man joining the United States Championship matchup alongside Dolph Ziggler, AJ Styles, Cedric Alexander, Big E, and others. So, how does it feel knowing you might just be days away from your first ever United States Championship matchup? Well, look, here, seem to have forgotten the name there, Mr. Interviewer. Wow, look at you. I don't think I've had my chance to lay eyes on you yet. About time I've ran into a real man around here. Now I think it's admirable that you've got all this fan support behind you saying they want you in that United States Championship matchup, but really, that poll should be one thing, and it should be who's going to fall victim to the machine when he wins the United States Championship. Because you might be big, Dominic, you might be tough, but the only thing you'll be feasting your eyes on tonight is the drill claw. Yeah, we'll just see about that, Cage. We'll just see about that. Alright, we are on to some tag team action. Up next is here comes the former Raw Tag Team Champions to the ring. The Street Profits making their way to the ring. This was the team that the Megastars came together to defeat to become Raw Tag Team Champions. So I suppose this is really going... And even then, it was just barely back at Bad Blood when it happened. So we really are about to see if the Megastars are on the same page, or if last week was the beginning of the end for the Glorious One and the Megastar. So Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford dancing their way to the ring as they do. This crowd firmly behind the Street Profits as usual, one of the most popular tag teams in all of WWE. Have been pretty much since they showed up on the scene here a few years ago. People were rooting for them here when they became Raw Tag Team Champions back at SummerSlam as well. Many people did not expect the Megastars of all teams to come together. The Megastars who didn't even exist 2 months before they won the titles, to come together and win the Raw Tag Team Championships from the Street Profits on their first try. But lo and behold, it happened. And so we're finally seeing that long-awaited rematch between the two teams tonight. So Dawkins and Ford making their way to the ring. Many peg Montez Ford as a big future world champion, or at least future single star who will break out on his own one day. But right now, I don't know about you all, but I'm pretty content seeing these two side by side. So the Profits make their way to the ring, and they are taking on the Raw Tag Team Champions. LA Knight and Robert Roode, the Megastars, making their way to the ring. As meanwhile, across the room, the LS11 Universe toy setup has been invaded by a giant cat. By that I mean a normal-sized cat has entered the toy ring. My fiance is now taking a picture of it. The Megastars, they don't know who they're going to be facing at Cyber Sunday. They're going in blind at Cyber Sunday. Currently, the team, although I say it's blind, they might be able to research, because currently, landsliding the polls as of last night when I checked, is Generic Housen with over 60% of the vote against the Usos and the New Day. So it is Angelo Dawkins and the former WWE Champion Robert Roode starting it off. Without any further ado, here we go. Roode with a forearm out of the gate. And there's a chop from Robert Roode. He gets caught with a jab. And now Dawkins kicks him in the ribs. Angelo Dawkins grabs onto him, gets him up. Angelo Dawkins takes him towards the corner, and Dawkins, stun gun, takes him down. And Dawkins says a shoot and a score. Roode throws a chop, gets him in the chest. Robert Roode knocking him back. Roode grabs onto him, throws him into the corner, throws him to LA Knight, kicks him in the ribs now. Thought we were about to see a tag, but it seems Roode had other ideas. Robert Roode now taking him down as Roode gets Dawkins back to his feet, chops him, firing away. Puts him in the corner now. Tag made, LA Knight is in. So we're seeing the first double team of the matchup, and it's coming from the Megastars. Off the ropes, double back, body drop. Connects as LA Knight with a double axe handle. And now LA Knight going in. LA Knight with a kick to the back of Angelo Dawkins, taking him down. Knight now getting him back up to his feet, and LA Knight chopping him. Remember, it was last week, LA Knight, Robert Roode challenged Danhausen for the United States Championship last week on Raw, and he was cost the matchup because his tag partner, LA Knight, hit him with the BMT. And now he's thrown in the corner. Angelo Dawkins grabs him, and he throws LA Knight head first into the turnbuckle. LA Knight now getting punched in the face. LA Knight grabbed by Dawkins, who throws him head first into the turnbuckle again. Dawkins grabs onto him. He throws Knight back into the corner, comes up the ropes, pounces on him from behind with a bulldog into a cover. LA Knight, no, kick out. Knight is down. Dawkins getting him back up to his feet, and Angelo Dawkins grabs onto LA Knight, taking the former U.S. champion into the corner. Tag made to Montez Ford. And now Ford and Dawkins scooping him up. There's a scoop slam. And oh boy, there's going to be a lot coming down. Back body drop into a moonsault almost. Montez Ford into a cover. No. I believe Robert Roode just got wiped out. I can't quite see it on my monitor here. Unlike real life commentators, I'm not actually just right by the ring. And now LA Knight getting Montez Ford back to his feet. LA Knight scoops him up for air raid crash. Cover. 1, 2. Kick out from Montez Ford. Now LA Knight getting him back up to his feet, and LA Knight throws him into the corner. Tag made, and Robert Roode is back in. Robert Roode with a kick to the ribs. Roode throws a chop. Enziguri from Montez Ford. Slams him head first into the mat now. And now Montez Ford goes into the corner. What is Montez thinking? Montez Ford launches himself into a neck breaker out of the corner. Into a cover now on the former WWE Champion. No! Kick out from Robert Roode. And now Montez Ford goes over the ropes. Goes to the outside. He's going up to the top. This is where he does his best work. He's off the top. But Roode gets hit with an enziguri instead. And a stomp to the knee. Ford goes to the outside. Now Montez Ford up to the top rope. Roode getting back to his feet. And Roode gets caught into an arm drag. He goes down. He tries to tag LA Knight, but Montez Ford staying on top of him. Montez Ford grabs onto him, kicks in the ribs, goes for a DDT. Robert Roode fights out of it. And now Roode, a super kick from Ford. They both launched at each other with elbows. Neither one really connected. Roode clotheslines him across the back of the head. Now Roode with a right hook, and again, Robert Roode firing away on Montez Ford. Knocking him back into the corner now. Roode chops him in the corner. Kicks him in the ribs now, stomping him again. Robert Roode stomping away on the chest. Takes him down. Roode now getting Ford back up to his feet, and Robert Roode with Spine Buster. Cover. 1, 2. No. Kick out from Montez. And now Roode gets Montez Ford back to his feet. Robert Roode with Montez Ford. Now they collide. There's a chop from Roode. Robert Roode grabs onto him, throws Montez Ford back into the corner. Tag made back to LA Knight. And now the Megastars, they've been fairly dominant in this one. We've been seeing a lot of double team work from them. Seems they might actually be on the same page, unlike we might have first thought. Tag made, and here comes Angelo Dawkins, though. The big man is in. He grabs onto Knight. And Dawkins now scoops in. LA Knight up on his shoulders. Stun guns him, taking him down. Turns him over with a kick. LA Knight getting back to his feet, and LA Knight with an elbow strike. LA Knight, BMT! 1, 2, no! And now LA Knight getting him back to his feet with a chop. Spear from Angelo Dawkins takes him down. Cover on Knight, kick out. And now Montez Ford is getting back up on the apron. Angelo Dawkins is getting fired up. The Street Profits are about to be in full force here. Angelo Dawkins with a suplex takes him down. Dawkins now getting him back up to his feet. And Angelo Dawkins with a jab. And again, goes for another. Countered. And a spine buster now connects. Cover. 1, 2, it's saved by Roode. And now Roode thrown in the corner by Dawkins. Dawkins throws him in the corner now. Angelo Dawkins grabs onto the Glorious One. Taking care of him in the corner now. He's got his pick of the Megastars. He grabs onto Roode. Roode answers back. Robert Roode with a clothesline. Tries to wipe out Montez Ford. Ford with a crossbody. There's another double axe handle connect. He wipes him out. Does LA Knight. And now LA Knight stalking Montez Ford. Gets him, Angelo Dawkins gets him up. After taking out Ford, drops Dawkins. Getting Dawkins back to his feet. And the Megastar went for BMT. Nobody home. Gets turned around. Dawkins grabs onto him. Angelo Dawkins throws him across the ring. Good Lord. Cover. 1. Rope break, though. And now Robert Roode gets caught by Montez. And Montez Ford throws Roode out of the ring. He goes down and out. LA Knight gets turned over. And now Dawkins into a submission hold on LA Knight. Angelo Dawkins looking to tap out the Megastar, who gets back to his feet. Into Spine Buster from Dawkins. Into another cover. Angelo Dawkins, 1, 2, kick out from LA Knight. Dawkins looking to fly. We don't normally see Dawkins do the flying when it comes to the Profits, but it looks like he might make an exception tonight. Oh, got caught into a power slam. Scooped back up by Knight into BMT. 1, 2, 3. No. Another kick out. Montez Ford was on his way to make the save as well. Oh, and he kicks LA Knight away. And LA Knight now, what's he thinking? LA Knight getting a measure of revenge, throws him into the steps. Knight, whoa, takes down Dawkins. Rope break saves him though. Both their partners are down. Knight stalking Angelo Dawkins. LA Knight grabs onto him again, forces him down again. But another rope break. Oh, a spear connects. Big move after big move in this one. 1, 2. It's saved by Robert Roode. And now Roode kicks him in the ribs. Roode, glorious DDT. And Robert Roode now. Oh, provides a distraction. Providing the distraction. Count the cover, ref. 1, 2, 3. Megastars get the win. Seems the answer to are they on the same page is in fact yes. I may not have believed it myself unless I'd seen it tonight. So the Megastars get this big tag team victory over a pair of former champions. Heading into Cyber Sunday, the Megastars appear to be united. At least for now. Roode and Knight with a big win. The Raw Tag Team Champions on a roll. We got more coming up, but ladies and gentlemen, up next on Monday Night Raw, we're going to hear from the Raw Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley. I could not be happier about that fact. I think we all know that. Hear from the champion up next. Well, up next is a matchup that was made earlier tonight during a backstage encounter. Here comes the Machine to the ring. Brian Cage making his way to the ring. Brian Cage is just very full of himself, very sure that he is going to be the next United States champion next weekend at Cyber Sunday. He's been on a roll since joining Monday Night Raw. Very few have been able to defeat him. In fact, no one has been able to defeat him without help. The only times he's lost were at the hands of AJ Styles, who was able to beat him one-on-one with the help of Dolph Ziggler. Other than that, Cage has been absolutely dominant since his Raw arrival, and we've all been wondering when he was going to get his shot at a championship. Brian Cage, the Machine, makes his way to the ring. He takes on a man that is now, for the first time since the series started, actually a playable character in the game. Dominic Dijakovic. Dijakovic making his way to the ring. It's great to see him here. Granted, him as a playable character, so it doesn't take so long to load matches with him. Former Intercontinental Champion, former NXT North American Champion, makes his way to the ring. Dijakovic leading the polls in the United States title match at the time of this recording. Remember, you have only a few more days, or the voting might have closed by the point this is getting recorded, honestly. It depends. Voting closes the day that Cyber Sunday is going to be recorded, which, given the timeline of me recording things right now, is going to be about... It'll be in a couple days from the time this is being recorded, so it doesn't really matter to you guys because it's probably already over right now. If there is not something in the comments section saying Cyber Sunday voting is open, then it means it's closed. That's what it means. But Cage and Dijakovic one-on-one here on Raw. Here we go. Dijakovic's got the height advantage on Cage, but Cage might have the strength advantage. Knocks Dijakovic down. Cage getting him back up to his feet. There's a punch. And Dijakovic springboards. Moonsault! Good lord. And now Dijakovic with a right hook knocks him back. Dijakovic with Cage into the corner. Brian Cage in trouble as Dijakovic grabs him. Ties the arm up, and Dijakovic tying the arm of Brian Cage up. Knocks him down. Counter from Dijakovic now. And Brian Cage knocking back Dominik Dijakovic. Uppercuts him. And now a standing moonsault from Brian Cage. He gets Dijakovic back up to his feet, and Dominik Dijakovic kicks him in the ribs. Dijakovic with a chop now, and Dijakovic with Cage over the top rope. Dijakovic, no! Cage punches him in the head. And now Cage goes up to the top rope. Cage went for a double axe handle. Dijakovic out of the way. Dijakovic German suplexes him. Grabs the legs, and Dijakovic is gonna deadlift him into a powerbomb. Dijakovic getting fired up. He grabs Brian Cage, kicks out the knee. Goes for another one. Dijakovic with a kick. Knocking him down. Dijakovic grabs him back up to his feet, and Dijakovic with a chop. And there's a jab. Uppercuts him. Knocking him back now is Brian Cage. He knocks him back. Punches him in the back. Grabs Dijakovic, getting him back up to his feet now, and Brian Cage. There's another chop. Dijakovic with a punch. Dominik Dijakovic answers back, grabs him, choke slam, takes him down. Goes for their kick. Hurricane Rana. Now Dijakovic getting picked back up. Brian Cage knocking him back. Brian Cage goes for a roundhouse. Dijakovic chops him. Dijakovic springboard moonsault takes down Brian Cage again. Brian Cage goes down into a cover from Dijakovic. 1, 2, kick out from Cage. And now Dijakovic throws a kick. He grabs Cage, slams him down. Brian Cage getting his head slammed in the mat now by Dominik Dijakovic. And now Dijakovic grabs onto him, and Dijakovic grabs the arm, stomping Brian Cage in the chest. Takes him down. Goes to the outside now. Dominik up the top rope. Dijakovic. He's up top. And Dijakovic. Oh! Tries to come off the top. Brian Cage out of the way. Brian Cage grabs onto him. And Cage German suplexes Dijakovic. Brian Cage now grabs him again. Overhead belly to belly. Gets him back to his feet now, does Brian Cage. Cage grabs Dijakovic. Pulls him in. Cage. Powerbomb. Powerbomb. And a third powerbomb. Taking him down. Brian Cage now kicks him in the ribs. Pulls him in. Gets him up. And Cage plants him in the mat. Turns Dijakovic over. Cover. But a rope break is going to save Dijakovic. Cage now getting him back up to his feet. Brian Cage went for a roundhouse. Dijakovic with a chop. Dijakovic will send over the top. Dijakovic springs back in. There's an elbow. taking him down. There's another kick. Goes further, but Cage kicks him. Brian Cage back to his feet. There's a roundhouse kick. There's a punch and another. Dijakovic with a kick to the ribs. Now Dijakovic grabs onto him and scoops him up. Dijakovic throws him across the ring. And Dominik Dijakovic now tell him to get up. Looking for Feast Your Eyes. Dijakovic hits Feast Your Eyes. 2, 3. And Dominik Dijakovic becomes the first person to cleanly defeat Brian Cage since his arrival to WWE many months ago. Dominik Dijakovic, a check in the win column for him. A big win for Dijakovic. He made us feast our eyes, but ladies and gentlemen, our main event is coming up. We got a little bit more coming up first. We catch up with the new Hardcore Champion backstage. Oh, yeah, I know you. Do you now? Yeah, I know you. You're Ezekiel, Elias's younger brother. Yes, I am Ezekiel, Elias's younger brother. Well, Ezekiel, I want to congratulate you on winning that hardcore title last week. Normally any other week I'd be coming out here and I'd be chasing you down and threatening you that I was going to hit you with something, pin you, and take that title to the moon. But look, I just want to say congratulations and keep it warm for me, because when I beat whatever legend has the misfortune of facing me next weekend at Cyber Sunday, I'm going to come to Monday Night Raw. I'm coming for every championship I can, and I'm going to take those to the moon. Well, good luck with that, Grimes. Until then, yeah, I'll keep this hardcore title safe from you, or my name isn't Ezekiel. Elias's younger brother. Elias's younger brother. Hello, Truth. Man, how'd you know I was going to be behind you? My brother Elias warned me when I came here and told him I was coming to Monday Night Raw that if I win the hardcore title, you'd be around the corner. Oh yeah, did he tell you anything else? Yeah, he told me to run. Well, ladies and gentlemen, our main event is up next. Well, hang on. Tommaso Ciampa not scheduled for the main event tonight. And the number one contender of the WWE Championship coming to the ring. So, Tommaso Ciampa storming to the ring. What's he doing here? As I said, he faces Roman Reigns in a matchup of the LS11 Universe's choice at Cyber Sunday, but Ciampa's not scheduled to wrestle tonight. Let's hear what he's got to say. Screw whatever main event was planned. I have waited 380 days to get my hands on gold again, so bring me Roman Reigns. We're doing this right now. You're pathetic, Ciampa. You're a pathetic man, you know that? I don't fight on your time. I fight on my time, but you can fight on your time. Because the bloodline, it's more than just my family. There's people backstage who acknowledge me. And one of them has agreed to take care of you during your little temper tantrum. I mean, at this point, who's left for Ciampa to go through on Raw? Oh, boy. The Murder Hawk Monster. That's who. That's who's left. Lance Archer. We saw Riddle, and we've seen Dijakovic earlier tonight. This is the third man who could be voted in the U.S. title match next weekend for Cyber Sunday. Lance Archer marches to the ring. Archer versus Ciampa. What a main event we've got on our hands now. Here we go. The size difference here. Ciampa, gets shoved away by Archer. Lance Archer grabs onto him, and Lance Archer going to do some dirty work for Roman Reigns in the bloodline here. Stun gun to Ciampa. Takes him down. Turns him over with a kick now, and Ciampa gets caught by Archer. Ciampa with an elbow to Archer. And now Ciampa with a slap. There's a kick. Ciampa grabs onto Lance, but Lance Archer knocks him back again. Archer grabs onto him. Lance Archer scoops him up, and fall-away slam. Ciampa goes down. Archer, goes for a splash. Archer gets taken down by Ciampa. Ciampa now punches him in the back, and Ciampa kicks him in the ribs now, and Tommaso Ciampa manages to get his hands on Archer, throws him off the ropes. Lance Archer runs into Ciampa, who hits him with a chop. Ciampa, bicycle knee, knocks him back. Discus clothesline. Ciampa knocks down Archer. Ciampa now getting Lance Archer back to his feet. There's a kick to the ribs. And again, Lance Archer getting knocked back. Ciampa fires away. Ciampa. There's a punch again. Now Archer grabs onto Ciampa and Lance Archer with Tommaso Ciampa into the ropes. Archer grabs onto Ciampa, scoops him up, and Archer bounces him off the ropes. Knee into the ribs. And again, Archer repeatedly slamming his knee into Ciampa. Fall-away slam. Takes him down. Now Lance Archer with a stomp to the arm. Ciampa staggering. Lance Archer gets him back up. Lance Archer grabs onto Ciampa. Gets him up, and Archer... Ciampa rolls through. One. No. Ciampa trying to figure out what to do next. Punches him in the back. Ciampa, gets caught with an elbow. Archer with a clothesline. And now Lance Archer ducks him. Ciampa off the ropes. Back body drop. And now Lance Archer. Spine buster. Lance Archer now. Ciampa pushes him away, and Ciampa stalking Archer now. Ciampa with a chop. Slaps him. Knocking him back now. Tommaso Ciampa. Knocking him back. Ciampa kicks him in the ribs. Tommaso. Oh my god, like a strength here. Project Ciampa connects. 1, 2. No. Ciampa gets Archer back to his feet again. There's a kick to the ribs. And again, Archer gets knocked back. Turns Ciampa around. Lance Archer German suplexes him into ripcord lariat. Archer taking him down now. Lance Archer kicks Ciampa in the ribs. Lance Archer. Oh boy. Blackout. 1, 2. Ciampa gets the shoulders up. Somehow he found a way to get the shoulders up, and Archer, no! Ciampa out of the way. Big boot staggers him. And now chopping him back again. Bicycle knee takes him down now. Tommaso grabbing Lance Archer back to his feet now. Ciampa grabs onto him, and Tommaso Ciampa with Lance Archer out of the ring. Follows him to the outside now. Ciampa grabs the top of the announce table. Slides the monitors out of the way. And Tommaso now throws him into the announce table. Ciampa and then announce table have been a bit of a match made in heaven the last few months. Just ask Johnny Gargano. Ask him tomorrow night, I suppose. Lance Archer went for a clothesline. Ciampa throws him into the table again. Ciampa now getting him back up again. Ciampa throws him ribs first into the announce table. Referee the count of 5 now. Ciampa using the announce table as a weapon. Puts Archer on it. Ciampa gets him up. This is going to be the hardest one. Air raid crash. Referee at the count of 6 as Ciampa grabs the dead weight of Archer. Throws over 300 pounds of dead weight back in the ring. Ciampa gets him back to his feet. Slaps him, kicking him in the ribs down. Ciampa knocks Archer back into the ropes. Ciampa grabs Archer and takes him down. Ciampa up to the ropes. Stomps on his chest. Archer rolls back to his feet now. Lance Archer running neck breaker to Ciampa. Ciampa back to his feet. Boots Archer in the face. Takes him down. And now Tommaso gets Archer back up to his feet. And Ciampa knee in the ribs by Archer. And Lance Archer grabs him. Archer throws him over the top rope. Throws another punch. Ciampa catches the ropes. And now Ciampa up to the top. Tommaso went for a dive. Archer got out of the way. And now Archer with another stomp. Ciampa back to his feet. Ciampa with a jab. Gets him again. Ciampa now no. Archer knocks him back. Ciampa knee to the ribs. Ciampa kicks him in the ribs again. Tommaso Ciampa drops him with a neck breaker. Cover. 1, 2. Kick out from Archer. And now Ciampa can't waste any time here. There's one thing left to do. One surefire way to end it. And that's to go for fairy tale ending. 1, 2, 3. Tommaso Ciampa beats Lance Archer. Tommaso Ciampa wins again in our main event. Ciampa on a continuous roll in his route to Roman Reigns. He knocks off Lance Archer. Thank you all for watching tonight. This week's episode of Monday Night Raw. I will see you all tomorrow for Dynamite as the week continues. Until next time, I've been Xander, and that was Universe.